Hello everyone, I'm Jane the Groomer, and welcome to the grooming table.
Sweating.
We just got done with the bath, and now what we're going to do is start the haircut. And right now, what we've decided to do is do a long, fluffy cut. Well, long to me, short to my wife. We're going to do an A comb, and this is a wall stainless steel comb. So it'd be like a, what, lavender, would you call that? But the letter is called A, that's like the number, or letter in this case. It's 3/4 of an inch. What was that? 19 millimeters. So that's the length right there. It's gonna leave that much length of hair. So about half the length it is now is gonna be gone. So you could actually, what I was planning on doing is using a 2 comb on the body. And this is 3/8 of an inch or 10 millimeters. And this would have taken almost all of the length off. And that would have, oh, I just left some. But anyways, that would have taken almost all the length off and kept, give them a really nice, tight, short body. But my daughters and my wife, nobody wants that. So we're gonna keep him this length, and then his legs, to give him more balance and proportion. Stand up with me. Come on, buddy. All right. We're going to use this comb here, and this comb is a E comb. This is 1 inch. So this is going to leave 1 inch of hair. And so it's going to leave a little bit longer length, and if you can tell, it's actually only going to take like the tips off of the legs. So it's just going to kind of shape up the legs for us a little bit. It's not really going to take off a lot. So the legs are pretty much going to stay the same length. The body's going to be a little shorter than it is now, about half the length it is now. And then the head is going to be about the same length as the leg, 1 inch, and we'll use that to kind of give us our shape.
Oh no, Annabelle wants to keep the long beard though.
We're going to keep the long beard. Okay, so maybe just on the top of the head then. We'll do the 1 inch comb, and so on the top of the head like that, we'll be taking off the tips. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I'm going to be using a 30 blade. And by the time I'm starting the haircut, I like everything to be done. I like the nails to be filed already, ears are plucked and cleaned, like everything's good to go. So all I really have to do now is the haircut. See that? And look how smoothly the clippers go through the hair, like butter. And that's because of all that combing and everything that we did before. So it's all in the prep, the mise en place, as this Brazilian chef was talking about on the Chef's Table, a documentary on Netflix. But anyways, it's all about the prep, the mise en place. That's where the artwork starts. I'm just following angles. That's why even though I'm not really at a good angle myself, I can still give him a pretty good even haircut because I know the angles. So on the body, I'm going to go diagonal this way, and then right here at the, it's probably so tired right now, I'm ready for a nap. And right here at the shoulders, I'm going to start to come in, and right here at the chest. So I'm just following the angles. Oh, down here on the belly and chest, I like to go reverse, just to give a nice tight look here. Nice clean look down here on the belly and chest area. The tuck up, just kind of gives you a nice clean look there. And this is what I don't like about wavy hair. It kind of waves sometimes in a way where after you cut it, it kind of waves and flips out. That's alright, we can fix that with thinning shears or spray it down and brush it down and comb it. So I guess if you're a new groomer, what I would suggest is study the anatomy, study the structure of the dog, how the bone structure looks, and study those angles. And that way, you know, as long as you know how the bone structure, which directions they go, then you can just go with that direction. I like him this short. Plus he's gonna be much cooler now. I think there is something to it. I mean, you know, obviously I don't think it's right to shave all the hair off down to the skin. But you know, with all that hair though, it's so heavy. I'd imagine that taking it off would make him feel lighter and not as hot. You see how I did that? I can just go down here like that. There we go. So this side is not cut yet. You see how fluffy it is? And this side is the side we just trimmed. So you can see the outline of his body much more. And then with the rear leg, it's a lot more. Alright, see that? So this rear leg versus this rear leg, you see how this one you can see the angle. And we're obviously gonna scissor that. I'm gonna scissor all that up, but you know, still, that's the difference there. Oh yeah, when you're doing the tuck up here, it's easy to catch that flap of skin and cut it, especially if you're using a blade, like a 7 blade or a 5 blade or a 4 blade, you know, even a 10 blade. But even with these comb guards, you can actually, it can go through these slits and go right in there and catch that blade, so you just gotta be careful. There's you can feel like where the bone kind of protrudes out. There's like a little bone that kind of sticks out right there, and so that is the occiput or whatever. Right behind it, they call that, what do they call that? 100 meetings or something like that. But anyways, there's a pressure point, Chinese pressure point name for that too. If you hold it, and especially you put like good intentions, you know, then that actually promotes calm, healing. Anyways, that's also where, none of that had to do with the haircut. That's also where I'd like to start blending. Right from there. So I'll start using my hands, you know. I guess kind of like eating with your hands. You know, some people like prefer that you do it with utensils, you know. Anyways, now where I come from, so that's where I like to blend, is starting right from the back of the head there. You don't have to do the whole, you know, put your finger there, put good intentions there and all that. You don't have to do all that. I know all that stuff is kind of, you know, kind of out there, a little hippie, you know. I don't always like to go hippie, but it's kind of fun sometimes to go hippie, you know. And here's the trippy part. What if it works? You know, like, why not try? Here's the tricky part, especially that flap here. So what I'm doing is I'm going this way here. So I'm holding this with my left hand, the hand that's not clipping. And then with my right hand, I'm gonna go under here. And that's how I'm gonna catch that armpit, right? I'm just gonna go under with my, and then I'm gonna flip this around like that, right? Come back around and clean all that up like that, and then flip it around again, you know. And then when you put the leg back down, you can lift this leg, go back through, you know. And that's how I'm gonna do this side as well. Just like that. And then I'm gonna blend right here as well, right behind the ears, right here. our job is to try to, create like a balanced look where everything works together in harmony. So the head doesn't look too off balance with the length of the body. The neck blends into the shoulder, into the chest, into the legs, so when he stands, we'll shape the legs in just a little bit, but so that every body part matches and blends with the other and nothing really sticks out. And that way we have a groom where everything just looks like it works together in harmony, just like a symphony, and that's why I feel like grooming is a work of art, because we're piecing together all the parts of the dog and making sure it all looks beautiful and works together. And when we look at it, the eye doesn't really go to one body part or the other. It just looks at it like, wow, it's just, everything looks perfect together, so that's what we're trying to create, is this look where, he's still gonna look fluffy, but short and clean and neat. His legs are gonna be a little fluffier, so everything's gonna look good. Thank you guys for watching and joining me here at the grooming table. I'm June the Groomer. If you like the video, questions, leave in the comment section. I will get to everyone's comments and answer all your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Hello everyone, I'm June the Groomer, and welcome to the grooming table.
Sweating.
We just got done with the bath, and now what we're going to do is start the haircut. And right now, what we've decided to do is do a long, fluffy cut. Well, long to me, short to my wife. We're going to do an A comb, and this is a wall stainless steel comb. So it'd be like a, lavender, would you call that? But the letter is called A, that's like the number, or letter in this case. It's 3/4 of an inch. What was that? 19 millimeters. So that's the length right there. It's gonna leave that much length of hair. So about